Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
You know, as basketball players, what is the things that haunt us most in our mind all the time? And I know everybody, before I even say it, before I even say what the first thing is, you probably already know. The first thing that haunts every single basketball player in their mind when they ask this one question. Before I even say what it is, you probably already know what it is because that's how universal it is. And it is, am I good enough? Every basketball player always asks themselves or herself, am I good enough? Am I good enough to play in middle school, high school? Am I good enough to play in college? Am I good enough to go pro? Am I good enough to earn money to do this? We all have asked ourselves that question, being realistic, because it doesn't really matter if, even if you've had good moments and you've been playing well or whatever, they still creep in. And guess what? It never stops. The feeling of sometimes, am I good enough? It never, that thought does not ever not try to creep up in your head. It's just depending on what you do to keep those thoughts at bay. Is what you do in your own time, in your own work, from the work that you put in, to say that, you know what, it doesn't matter if the thoughts come. I'm well prepared to handle that because I've been working so hard that I don't even have to doubt myself. Even when the doubting thought comes up, I know the answer already because I've been putting the work. I've been pruning myself for these moments from the work that I put in and day out. From the work that I put in, I'm just reaffirming to myself, I am good enough. I'm good enough to get it done. I'm good enough to get signed. I'm good enough to play in this game. I'm good enough to play on this level. I'm good enough to do what it do to get to whatever level that I'm at. But we all ask ourselves that same question sometimes. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to hoop? Every player has moments of doubt, whether a missed shot, a bad game, or being cut from a team. Ain't nothing like being cut from a team and wondering if you're still good enough to play the game. It's toes and it's on every player who's ever gotten cut, which almost every player has always been cut at one point in their life, especially in the professional stage. Over the probably, I would say about 98, 97% of every basketball player have yet to find one who have not at least been cut one time. And it does weigh on your mental because it's how you feed yourself, it's how you feed your family, it's your livelihood. It's something that you've been working on your entire career. Your entire life has basically been revolved around this thing that you now are choosing to make a career out of, to feed your family out of. And you're getting sent home. You ain't got no place to stay. You can't get no food. You got to go on food stamps. You got to do whatever it takes. Yeah. All right, I'm playing. I'm, I'm hyping it up. I'm hyping it up. But the fact of the matter is, you put so much into the game that when it doesn't, when something like major happens, you start to doubt yourself and think that this is the deciding factor of who you are, and it's not like that. I'll give you like a quick little insight of. So I'm not mentoring this young guy, but I guess every time I'm speaking to the someone of a younger generation that's trying to work towards playing or being a professional, which I run into a lot because you're going to run into people who are dedicated to the things that they believe in the places they should be. Met him in the gym, working on his game, or he seen me working on my game, decided to come in and pass me the ball to continue my workout, and we just hit it off ever since then. Now he has been aching to make it to the G League tryout. And he's talking it up. And I was like, listen, bro, You need to go to China. They love midgets. You're a midget. He's got to be like 5'7", 5'5". He's a point guard. He's a midget. To me, you're a midget. So he's a midget. And so he's a midget. And I'm like, they love your type of player. Short, small, quick guys that can jump. You just go build yourself up over there, bro. It's 10 times better and easier than trying to go figure out this life, trying to go on, get on the G League team. And that whole system and that route, that's not going to get you to where you want to go. I'm telling you, because I've been down that route. I know how that G League route is. I know just the routine of what it is. Don't waste your time. Focus on something that is actually going to get you traction. Something that's actually going to make a difference. And the easiest place I've ever seen to get traction and get a better start has been in Asia. Has been in China, in anywhere in Asia for the most part. Because you can still hang out and still play basketball in your downtime while you try to figure other things out with getting contracts and stuff like that. You could still actively be playing and making money if you're trying to go the pro route. Because right now he's not doing anything. I'm going to put his business out here. He going to know who I'm talking about, but I ain't going to say his name. But if you're not, even the other day, I said, you know what? I haven't been playing as much basketball. Let me go jump in some men's league just to keep myself going in basketball acclimate, because I can't just keep going to the gym and playing, just working out and not getting some actual basketball movement. I gotta stay in the rhythm. I gotta stay playing. Okay, if you don't get picked up, you can still be playing and getting paid while you continue to work at what it is you're doing. At least it's enough to sustain you and keep you going, so you don't have to worry about that overhead. However, he was so fixated on the concept and the idea of making it to the G League. He was just figured that was his career. That was his career path. He was going to make it to the G League because he has what it takes, and he works hard, and it's about being in shape, and it's about a great attitude, and it's about talking, and it's about competing, and it's about doing other things and talking to the coaches and introducing yourself to everyone, and none of that matters. It matters and it don't. If something is not, if that's not great, you get perfect. Use all those skills somewhere else, because it don't matter here. Just keep being real. I say this out of love, not out of hate. I say this I would prefer you go here, because this is going to give you a better odds and better options of what you're trying to do. I've been down that route. I did the G League thing. I seen it from my own eyes. So I'm not speaking from what I think or believe. I'm speaking from experience of already doing it. And so, of course, there was nothing that happened from it. And I'm not trying to speak on some like, oh, I knew. No, I just say you could just read certain areas and situations, bro. You're telling me that you're hurt. You can't even move like you want to. And you're talking about going and getting picked up by the G League, the Orlando Magic, the NBA organization. It's not happening. It's not happening. You have to be, when there's like a tier of like, you got to be at your best, and then you're going to have a level that like is 1.5 times more than what's your best. If you're giving 100, you're going to have to be like 125 to even get a chance. And then that's just to even get the second look on just your natural raw ability. After that comes in a lot of other factors of who you sign with, who's representing you, like that rabbit hole. And it got to be someone in that system. You got to be somebody in that system who knows it's about relationships. Now you think the guy, the assistant coach, who has a relationship with an agent, whose player just came out of Texas, is not going to get a better opportunity than you, who came out of a JUCO with no agent that's hurt, just because you talking loud and clapping? No. let's be realistic about the situation. And then once he did get picked up, I know the first thought that came into his head is like, am I even good enough to keep going? You know how I know he felt like that? Because he stopped coming to the gym. We used to go to the gym 4-5 days out the week. I hadn't seen him in like a week. Actually, I saw him when I saw him maybe Monday. Today is Saturday. Maybe Monday we went to the gym. And you ever heard your parents say, this gonna hurt me more than it gonna hurt you? I don't ever think that. I never understood that. And it's like that could not even be a concept. If you beating my behind, that ain't hurting you, that's hurting me. Yeah, you don't look like you hurting, you ain't crying over there. In this aspect, I had to whoop him. And I had to whoop him on the court. And you know what? I felt bad because I told him. But I just had to give him a reality that he needs to understand what he is up against. Now we played, let me bring some context into what I'm talking about. So we played pickup before he went. Before he went to the tryout, we played pickup maybe a week before. Now, I was out all night the night before, no excuses. I'm owning up to who I am, and there are things that I need to work on. No judgments on this station here. But I was out the night before, had a good time with my friends and my cousins or whatever, and do that. But I was getting up to go hit the gym in the morning. If you're gonna party, I'm gonna work twice as hard. And then you get that like that. Then since I party, now I gotta go work twice as hard. No exceptions. You know? So I went to the gym and I'm working out. We're working out and I said, let's play some ones. We played some ones. I think for the day it was like 5-3. I won 5-3. 5 games to his 3 games. And he was just talking mad crazy. Oh, if I can keep up with you, I know I got a chance. If I could do that to you, I know I got a chance. I know I'm good enough. I could tell just by, and I was like, oh my God. See, if you do not at every moment dismantle your opponent and do not give them any chance to come. I think that's from The Art of War. You can't give them any hope, chance, nothing. Kill all hope that they ever have, that they ever thought. So fast forward to the day we're about to play. And I said, we're about to play again. This is after the G League thing. And this is what I'm trying to reiterate to him. No, I am not playing in the G League. No, I didn't play in the NBA. But I know for 100% fact, I am an NBA caliber player, G League type caliber player, because I've been doing this for 12 years professionally. And once you get this far in, you already know the nuances of the game to play at any level, on any stage. EuroLeague, NBA is all the same thing because you know basketball. At that point, it's just all about athleticism that you have to keep up with the game. Skill is there. Thought process is there. It's just all about athleticism and strength when getting to the next level. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.